Okay, fine, and you?
Good, thank you. Yeah.
Afternoon.
Hello. 17 degrees here next week.
We brought the weather from Spain, so
Is that what it is?
we changed to Malaga, we changed and we brought the weather here.
I like that, it's good. More of it.
But now we have to go there if we want some rain, so.
Everyone turning over? First of all, Rafa, how has everybody come through from Tuesday night? What's the team news ahead of Monday?
We were a little bit disappointed because we could win 2 points the other day, 2 more points, but happy with the performance of the team, the way that they react, so everything was quite positive in the end, so pleased with that. The good news is we have a lot of players coming back, so Dwight Gale has been training and Anita has been training today, so we have more or less everybody fit that they had some problems before, and we have today we have had the operation of Hayden for his ankle that had some problems, and then he needed an operation, and we did it. I think is now doing the operation at this moment.
How long is that likely to keep him out for?
It depends. It seems that it's not very serious, but could be between around 4 weeks more or less. It depends how it's going on.
Dwight Gale's obviously had some time out. He was available on Tuesday night. How close is he to starting?
He's fine. Has been training today, so he's happy. And if we decide to use him, it's because he was fit. So if he continues training, he's available, and after we have to decide.
Obviously, there's been a lot written, a lot said about Caldalo's error for one of the goals against Norwich. What's your view on that position, and is there any chance or thoughts of Rob Elliott perhaps coming in?
With him and with everyone, so I don't criticize a player just for one mistake or in one game, especially when you are talking about a keeper has had 11 clean sheets in all the competitions, so you have to analyze the consistency of the players, and he has been doing really well for us. So sometimes this thing can happen, and just try to avoid this in the future, but I'm really pleased with him.
No question then he remains your number one?
No question, he's one of the best 3 keepers that we have at the moment.
Looking ahead to Monday night, Newcastle, Aston Villa, even though last season would be a Premier League game, will it have a slightly special, different atmosphere because of that?
Yeah, maybe, because our fans, they come to the stadium in numbers, and then they support the team. It doesn't matter the name of the team, but we are talking about a very big club that has done really well in their history, and also they are here with us. They have spent a lot of money. They have a very good player. They have an experienced manager. So you talk about a big club that is now in the Championship. So it will be a great atmosphere. So I think that the fans, they will enjoy if we can win, because when you have a strong team in front of you, it's always even better.
Steve Bruce is obviously a manager you know very well. You've had the odd altercation on the touchline occasion. What are your thoughts on him?
No, I don't have any problem. I think he's a great manager with experience, and he's doing now has a new challenge with a new club, but he did really well last season. So I think we are talking about a manager with experience in English football that he's doing well.
And I know you'll only want to focus on Monday night. It's the next game, the most important game. But are there any thoughts on the bigger picture about how important this 3-week period is, given you've got Aston Villa and Reading and Brighton and Huddersfield?
Yeah, but I said before that we have April with 7 games to play, and May we have 1. So still after this crucial time that is like Christmas time, that is crucial too. After this crucial period, we have a lot of games to play. So in the end, what you need is to be sure that you keep your consistency, you keep your head cool, and then try to win every single game and see where you go. But still, we have so many games that this game will be important, but the other will be also important.
And just finally from me, given what happened in the Champions League on Wednesday night and the criticism Arsene Wenger took following Arsenal's defeat, as a fellow manager, are you surprised, and do you think that's fair?
Yeah, it's difficult for me because I know Arsene Wenger really well. I think he's a great manager, a great person, and he gives a lot of things to English football. Then when they criticize a manager because you have lost, it's always, as a manager, you have sympathy, but still we are talking about a great manager, and so I think he will do well because he has the experience to do well.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Rafa, when you look at Aston Villa and you look at the amount of money they've spent, you said before they've spent a lot, would you expect them to be higher up the table than where they find themselves?
Yeah, some people think that if you spend money, you have to be there, and football is not 1 + 1 2. So normally, what you have is a lot of teams, and you can see now in the Premier League how much money they have spent, and then in the end you have 1 or 2 teams there, and the others they cannot. So for me, it's a proof how difficult is the Championship. So you see teams going down, relegated, and then they cannot go up the year after, and that means that the competition is very difficult. And if you analyze carefully why, you will understand that it's it's easier for a team that has been in the, I would say, top 6 for a while to go up than a team that is going down. Why? Because normally when you go down, it's because something was wrong. Then you have to change things, and then you can change half of the squad, but then you have to bring new players, and they have to settle down. When you have been there, you can see Brighton, for example, has spent, I think, 250 million in the last 4 years or something, a lot of money. And they are already there. They just need to add 2 or 3 players every year, and they will be stronger and stronger in the division. When you go down, you have to change half of the squad, and then you need time for players to settle down, for new staff, for new people. So I can understand why it's so difficult for them to do what everybody was expecting that they have to do. And from our position, that we also spend some money and we are doing well, so I can see how difficult it is to stay there and be consistent and stay at the top of the table. So, and it will be a tough game for us because they are a good team, they have very good players, and will be a tough competition and tough division for anyone.
Having said all of that, does that just show how well your squad have done to be where they are?
Yeah, the only thing I can do is to praise my players, the staff, everyone here, because everybody's pushing in the same direction, and the players, they realize that if they stick together, is the way to perform, to win games, and to stay where we are at the moment. But still, it's a long way, and we have to carry on with the same mentality, with the same ideas.
The way the team fought back against Norwich the other night, what does that do in terms of morale and confidence going into this game?
It's always important for the rest of the competition, not just for this game. So to react in the way that we reacted means that we have the character, the passion, and the players, they care about what is going on. And I think that the fans will be really pleased with this reaction. So hopefully we don't need to do it every game. It will be better to have easiest game, but it has to be like this. I prefer to see the team doing in the way that they did the other day, playing well and showing great character on the pitch.
How important is it though that the good work of the other night isn't undone with a bad result against Aston Villa?
Yeah, it's always, every game has to be the same, so you have to approach thinking that you can get 3 points, but if you can, fine. If not, even Queen's Park Rangers, that we did really well, we conceded a late goal, and then could be the end of the wall, and then we won against Derby, and then carry on. So every week maybe you will have a disappointment, but after you have to be sure that you try, and then you have better result.
What's it like waiting for a Monday night game? Does it sometimes disrupt the rhythm?
To be fair, sometimes when you play so many games, and normally you play 2 games a week, you don't see if it's Thursday, it's Wednesday, or it's Friday. So it's just a couple of days before the game, and then you have the routine, and you have to create these habits in place that they will approach the game thinking that that's it, it's a game. You will play late in the evening, and that's it. So maybe for some of them, because on Sunday you will be with your families, but normally in another countries you go the day before, you play even at home, you go to the hotel, and then it's different, but here you don't go to the hotel, you don't have any concentration with the team, so then you go straight, will be very similar. I hope so.
And do the nighttime games just have a little bit of a different, more exciting atmosphere?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the fans, maybe they enjoy more, because not now in the winter because it's cooler, but if you have colder, sorry, then if you have these nights, you are thinking about Champions League, maybe okay, we go there and then we enjoy a little bit more.
Are you at all concerned that while you and Brighton are still out in front, the chasing pack are gaining on you?
Yeah, we are concerned about. They have to keep winning if we can keep winning. So, and our concern is our team, how we play every game. As I said before, the performance the other day, the reaction of the team. So if we continue winning, they have to continue winning. So hopefully we can do it, and if we do it, they can do it. No problem.
And what Dwight Gale, is he likely to start? I mean,
yeah, has been training, so he can start if we decide that he can play.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Cheers, thank you.